welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title and as promised in the previous video, today I'm going to be talking about application process starting from day 1. So this video is mainly for international students who want to go study abroad. If you haven't watched my previous video, I applied to master's degree in the UK, and at the end I just chose to go with MSc Strategic Marketing at MPhil College London. And so today I'll be sharing you how to just choose university, starting from choosing a countries and everything. I will also make sure to leave a timestamp below, so if you don't want to spend your time watching the whole video, you could go check the description and see what topics I will be talking about, and you can just skip to where you want to watch. Let's just start. First off, you'll need to choose a country that you want to go to. Many people would just say, I want to study abroad, I want to go abroad, but to which country? There are many countries that is a famous destination for students, and I know that many people are interested in going to study in Japan, Korea, France, Germany as well, but in this video I will only be mentioning the English-speaking countries. So popular English-speaking countries for students would be the UK, the US, Australia, New Zealand, or Canada. And first you need to choose which country you go to, because they are all different. And when I say different, they are different in many ways. The things to take into consideration when choosing a country would be the length of time you need to spend there studying. For example, if we are talking about masters in the UK usually take only 1 year. So you will go there 1 year and you're done. But in the UK it usually takes 2 years. While in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, it is said that it usually takes 1 to 2 years, but for most courses that I did research, earlier this year, I think it usually takes up around 2 years as well. So I chose the UK because it's the fastest. Another huge thing would be the cost. And by this I mean both tuition fee and the cost of living. I also did some research for you guys, but the latest information I could got was from 2017, so it's a little too old.
But from 2017, in the UK, the average tuition fee is around 15,000 to 23,000 pounds. In the US, it's around 48,000 US dollar. In Canada, it's around 40,000 Canadian dollar. What do they call that? Yeah. And in Australia, it's around 26 to 78 Australian dollars.
For most countries, it's just the average. So the tuition fee will vary depend on what you are studying and which university you go to. Usually top universities will cost more expensive. I know that these information may not be enough for you to pick up a country that you want to go to. So I will put some more links up here for other YouTube channel that did some in detail comparison between studying in countries, including costs, jobs. Some videos they also talk about how hard to find a job, how hard to get a visa, the cost of living, which is the average cost of food, the average cost of accommodation, which all those really matter. But I couldn't just cover everything in this video, so I will make sure to leave a link up here and in the description box so you can check it down there as well. Moving on to the next part, and I would say from this part onward I will only be focusing on the UK because that's where I'll be going to, and that's where I did a lot of research on and I know a lot about. So the next part would be choosing the level of study. while everyone know that I'll be going for masters, and many people usually like finish undergraduate in their own country and then go study abroad for their masters, but going to study abroad for undergraduate degree is also popular as well. But you need to keep in mind that if you are going to study undergraduate degree in the UK, after you finish high school in Thailand, you will need 1 more year for a foundation course. And by this, I'll try to explain as quickly and as simple as possible. So in Thailand, we usually study 12 years and then we graduate high school, right? But in the UK, they study 13 years. So it will be 1 year like longer than us. So if we are going from year 12 in Thailand, you need to go there and apply for a 1 year foundation course, and then you continue on with your bachelor degree for 3 years. So in total, it will be 4 years, the same as in Thailand. And I think the foundation course is really nice because it will not only prepare you for your English, but it will, get you adapted with the environment there. It will get you prepared for like specific course. For example, if you are going to study medicine, foundation course is not going to teach you only English. It's not like pre-sessional, but it will teach you like some basic subject related to your medicine course. So when you actually go into college, you have a basic knowledge and basic understanding of what will be going on. I think it makes you struggle less, if that makes sense, because you struggle anyway in college, but this will kind of help a little. And from the previous video that I posted, I got to know this person who worked for Abbey College, Cambridge, and he shared me a really wonderful information about how to get into top universities, which I'll be breaking it down and talking about it later on in my next video. But I will just give him a little shout out here because Abbey College, Cambridge is such an amazing college, and it also provides a foundation course, and many students at Abbey College got into top universities like Oxford, Cambridge, MPhil LLM. It's a really nice pathway to take. If you are interested in undergrad, I think you need to be familiar with the word IGCSE, A-level, and foundation. You can look up these 3 words probably on Google or on YouTube and get yourself familiar with these kind of stuff, because you might need to take some more tests. You might need to take like foundation course and stuff. Next part, choosing a course to study. And from this part onward, I will only be focusing about post-graduation in the UK, because that's all I know about other countries and that's all I know about undergrad. So choosing a course to study, while this is not a really hard choice, some still struggles, and I totally understand that. When you choose a course to study for masters, you need to look into their requirements, because some course would require like basic knowledge, and by these requirements, they will look into your transcript. So if you are still studying right now, make sure to check out the requirements of the course you want to apply, because the elective course you choose in universities, they matter, okay? So for some universities, for example, if I were to apply to digital marketing, they will require like at least 3 marketing courses in the transcript. So if you don't have that, you cannot apply. Or you can apply, but they will reject you. I think that's the same thing. Also, while choosing a course to study, I think you need to understand different types of masters. There are MBA, MA, MSc, MPhil LLM. I will start with MBA, and I think everyone knows MBA. It's Masters of Business Administration. And many people will ask like, so what's the difference between MSc Marketing and MBA? Well, the difference is that I think MBA is more advanced. Usually to apply for MBA, they will require at least 3 years of work experience. Moving on to MSc, which is what I apply. MSc actually stands for Master of Science, but it doesn't mean that you have to study science. So basically, in my understanding, MSc is a taught degree. So you'll be going to lectures, you sit down, you take notes, and then you have probably projects or exam. Next is MA. MA is Master of Arts. Master of Arts will be specifically for courses like history, language, sometimes probably advertising, filmmaking, stuff like that. The next one, LLM, is basically for law. That's all I know about it. And the last one is MPhil. MPhil is Master of Philosophy. And this is where a huge difference comes. MPhil is not a taught master. It's like a mini PhD. So you'll be going to universities and you'll be conduct a research for 1 year. While PhD takes around 3 to 4 years, and when you graduate, you get that PhD, that doctor in front of your name, right? But MPhil takes only 1 year. So if you know you want to get the doctor degree, you want the PhD, MPhil is probably right for you. If you have never had any experience about research, I would recommend you doing MPhil rather than MSc. People who take MSc can go for their PhD after as well, but I would recommend you do a dissertation in the end so you have some experience conducting a research. That's for different kinds of masters. Also, another option for students is online masters. So this is actually becoming more and more popular. So online masters, you will get the exact same degree as offline or full-time master. So take my course as an example. I will go to study MSc Strategic Marketing at Imperial College. While this is a 1-year course, I will go there, I'll study full-time. I cannot work full-time while studying, and I will get my master degree. But this course also provides an online option. So if you study online, you don't have to fly there. You can stay in Thailand or whenever you are in the world, and the course is also called part-time. So you can actually be working full-time or doing whatever you're doing. The course content will be exactly the same, and this online course will allow you to take up to 2 years to finish. So it could be your part-time thing, and then you get a master's while still working. And I think it's really great. While some say, online course should reduce some fee, but by studying online, you don't have to pay for a plane ticket to fly there. You don't have to pay for accommodation. You don't have to pay like expensive cost of living in London. So you will save a whole lot of money and you will get the same degree. So you could take that into consideration as well. I think it's a great choice for some people. Next is the big part. It's choosing university. While choosing the country might be hard, choosing the course might be hard, choosing university could be the hardest, because there are many universities to choose from. And in this video, I will try to help you as much as possible. I will leave useful links. I will tell you where to go to find your masters. Here it is. The first step is to set a priority. While I understand that many students have different preference, some people would want to go to high-ranked universities, while some people just want to go and spend their life in a nice town, just vibing and stuff. So first off, set up your priority. Think about ranking, location, scholarship, the cost of living, the city, the vibe. So I want to go to high-ranked universities. That's my priority. While actually I don't want to live in London, I want to live in like a more quiet, nice and lovely town like Bristol or Durham. But as my priority is the ranking, I chose to go to Imperial anyway. So to say, everyone doesn't need to put the ranking as their priority. Some family will just think that, graduated from UK is good enough. So you might put your time and effort into like location stuff, or maybe you could consider scholarship or course. So if you have limited budget, don't go to London. I know that we care a lot about ranking. So I will share with you 2 resources to check the ranking. So the first one would be QS Top Universities website and Times Higher Education. Now these 2 are really famous and I think they are quite reliable. So you could go into their website. I will leave the link down below as well. In order to look at the ranking, there are also many ways. So if you are looking at like the overall picture ranking, these 2 websites are perfect. If you want to see the ranking only in a specific countries, for example, if you'll be going to Canada and you want to see the university ranking in Canada, you could go to this one, Times Higher Education. It provides an option for you to compare universities in one specific countries, and this goes to UK as well. And another ranking that I think really useful to look at is QS rankings by subject. So I will show you how to search for that as well. Go into Google, you just type QS university ranking by subject. You clicked and then you go into the top one, and then the website will look like this. Now here is the part that you will choose your subject. Okay, let's say art and design. So you just click art and design and it will show you which university is the best for that field. Now this one is Royal College of Art, United Kingdom, and then United States and stuff. And you could choose the location here. So if you'll be going to the UK for sure, for example, you can just type United Kingdom, enter, and here are all the ranking. Now I will tell you why this ranking is also important in addition to the World University ranking. Take a look at this. It's QS Business Master ranking. So I just searched from the same website and I look up for marketing because that's what I'll be going to study. And you can see here that while top universities in the UK are Oxford and Cambridge, and then Imperial comes after, but when it comes to marketing, Imperial actually comes first in the UK and is ranked 2nd worldwide. So the reputation of MSc Strategic Marketing from Imperial College is actually really good. Now we can also search United Kingdom as well, and you will see that Imperial comes first, and then Manchester, and then Warwick. And if you have watched my college decision reaction, you know that I also applied to Warwick, but I didn't apply to Manchester, and I will tell you why. Now there are many things apart from ranking to consider when choosing a university. Now when you know which course you want to study, you need to compare the modules. And to see their modules, you need to go into their website and check out their course page on their website. They will post the modules, the name of the course you need to study, and the elective courses as well. So you need to check, for example, I want to study digital marketing, I want to learn social media planning, I want to learn how to analyze consumer decision, and blah blah blah. But when I looked into Manchester, their course have something like qualitative modules and then quantitative stuff, which sound quite boring and hard to me. So I don't think I would enjoy taking those courses. So I ended up not applying. Now it depends on what you think, but just choose the universities and choose the course that you think you will enjoy and you will want to learn, because you will stay there for a year. Now next, you would ask then how will I know which university has the course I want to study Do I need to look at the ranking and then search them one by one?
No.
There is an easier way, and I'll show you as well, is to go into findamaster.com. Or you can just go to Google as before, and then you just type find a masters. Enter. Oops, I did double enter. It's okay. Okay, so this is the first one. Just click on it, findamasters.com, and here is what the website looks like. Now, at first, I know specifically I want to study digital marketing. And if you've watched my previous video, you will know that the name of the course is really different. I ended up applying for something like e-business management, advertising and brand management. So what I would suggest you to do in Find a Master is that you type something broad. You wouldn't want to type digital marketing. You wouldn't want to type brand management and advertising because the website then probably not going to show much of a result. So if I want to study digital marketing, I might type something like marketing and then search. Now these icons here will be really helpful as well. So you can choose by location, which I will just go with United Kingdom, and then you could choose course type. So I will go with MSc, and then study type, full-time, and on campus, not online. You could probably choose start term and other stuff as well. Now I'm okay with it, then I click search. Now here comes many things. You will see there's University of Leeds, which I applied, Reading I also applied,
And then Sussex, Warwick, Queens, Cranfield, Glasgow, Edinburgh.
Many options will be showing here, and you can just read the brief introduction about the universities, and if you are interested you can just click show courses. As suggested before, that you should search for like a broader term. I would recommend everyone to use this website to find the course that you are interested in. But when you actually found it, I recommend everyone to go to the university website and find that course page, because there will be more useful information about the course, the core modules, what you are going to be learning, the entry requirements, the English language requirements, and many more stuff. So you can find it out there. And I would recommend everyone to create a spreadsheet like this. This is what I did, and it's really useful. Just remember to put only stuff that you think will matter in your decision making. So for me, as I said, I set the ranking as my priority. So I have the ranking column, and then I have the university name, location. This is just to see how hard or how easy it will be to travel there. Then the name of the course, the fee, and the chances of getting a scholarship. So you would want to be noting down every important information and combine it into one spreadsheet so you can compare and contrast between courses and universities easily. This will help you a lot. Alright, I think we have come to the end of this episode. There are a lot of things to talk about when it comes to application process and studying abroad, so I decided to cut it down into many episodes so that the video wouldn't be too lengthy, so that you could just watch the whole thing. And I think next part will come to a really important information where I'll be talking about all the numbers like minimum GPA, English test score, all the documents you need to submit, like recommendation letter, SOP, or someone might call it personal statement. And I'll also be talking about the application fee and how long will you wait and stuff like that. I'll also be sharing useful YouTube channels that you could go watch to get more information about studying abroad, but I believe those probably come from the part 3. So if you are interested in knowing all these, if you are interested in studying abroad, you could just subscribe. And if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or if you want to know anything more, you can leave a comment down below. I hope you guys enjoy this video and I hope you get something useful out of it because I really tried my best. Bye bye!